planet Earth about to be recycled. Your only chance to evacuate
is to leave with us.
Workplace accidents are no mystery when working around and manufacturing dangerous materials. More than 2.3 million people die every year from workplace-related deaths. Although a huge portion of these deaths are due to transportation accidents like falling, tripping, or slipping, every once in a while an accident happens that devastates communities and cities due to its catastrophic nature. And today, I'm here to talk about the worst one. You might be wondering why I chose this topic to make a video on, and that's because I have history with the company at the heart of this disaster. You see, my grandfather worked at Union Carbide in Welland for many, many years. He has suffered PTSD from events that took place while working there, as well as a sense of guilt for the Bhopal disaster because he was affiliated with the company. Growing up, I knew a little bit about what happened at my grandfather's workplace, but after looking deeper into Union Carbide, the company, and learning about what really happened at Bhopal, it's absolutely heartbreaking what those people had to endure and are still enduring to this day. So, without further ado, let's start from the very beginning. In 1934, the Union Carbide Corporation, a company that manufactured items like plastics, industrial gases, metals, and carbon products and electronics, invested money into India and founded Union Carbide India Limited. This company was half owned by UCC and the other half was owned by Indian investors like banks or shareholders. In 1969, UCIL opened a plant in the city of Bhopal to manufacture pesticides that would help India's produce flourish. 10 years later, an extension on the plant would be added to manufacture MIC, aka methyl isocyanate. This very dangerous chemical was an intermediate part of the process to create pesticides like carbofuran and carbaryl. In the early 1980s, the rest of the world had mostly moved on from using MIC to manufacture pesticides, although they did so at a higher cost. Bhopal was still left producing MIC, although demand for pesticides was becoming less prevalent. The unused MIC was being stored in 3 underground 68,000-liter storage tanks. Because of all this MIC being stored, and the increase of corners being cut to save money, leaks were becoming more prevalent. In 1981, a worker was accidentally splashed with Sogine gas while doing pipe maintenance at the facility. In a panic, he removed his gas mask, which allowed the gas to enter his lungs, killing him 72 hours later. In January of 1982, 24 workers were exposed to Sogine gas, none of which were wearing the proper equipment. In February 1982, an MIC leak affected 18 workers. In August 1982, a chemical engineer came into contact with liquid MIC, resulting in burns on 30% of his body. And I'm afraid the list goes on and on. Now that you know about the leaks, let's get into the disaster itself.
At one point, an official said 1 death. Is being recorded every minute from the poison.
On December 2, 1984 at 11:30 p.m., Bhopal plant workers discovered a leak from tank E610, which a supervisor believed was just a water leak and could be taken care of after a tea break. Although unbeknownst to him, a faulty valve had allowed water from the cleaning pipes to mix with 40 tons of MIC, creating a deadly weapon. When MIC and water mix, it produces methamphetamine and carbon dioxide, both of which are fatal to come in contact with. After about 2 hours, the leak had become out of control, and any safety measures that were supposed to stop disasters like these were faulty or ineffective, because of cut corners and negligence from employees and the corporation. The gas cloud made its way through the facility and spread to nearby unsuspecting communities like a harbinger of death, killing over 3,000 people instantly. In the coming days, thousands would continue to die, trees would become barren, animals would become bloated and die, and all while this was happening, the public was still misinformed of the entire situation. Bhopal was not in any condition to recover from a threat this severe. At the end of it all, the death toll is somewhere between 15 and 20,000, and the worst part is that any survivors will pass down genetic defects due to the gas's effect on their bodies. If there's anything that I want you to get from this video, it's that corporate greed and negligence will continue to dominate over the safety and health of human lives.